I will. I know you caught me selling something that's not. It's called clock jewelry. They're for your jewelry table. Okay, number one clock. Coming up is moving to the stage. Is this adorable little looks like an alarm clock? It is not, but it is adorable. It measures table watches, jewelry. Yeah, I know, right? They're just, yes, you do see really cool clocks. I finally found the batteries for them. They're the tiny clocks. Oh, I guess they were seven. I'm sorry. I thought they were five. I'll adjust the price on the other one. I'm sorry. I guess I thought about it and went, eh. So I will send you a little buffing pad. I call it a magic finger, and you can buff it up a little bit more, and a soft cloth. Um, yeah. So, oh, and while we're looking at it, this is how you adjust the time. Although you'll only be an hour off. If you're in BC, I'm Pacific Standard Time too. So thank you so much. Let me adjust the price on the other one because I did tell you $5 each. So not very nice that I lied. Well, if we can call Christmas tree ornaments tree jewelry. Oh, come on. Oh, wrong side. Sorry. I've been watching lives all day. I felt it was my duty. Edit item 5, 3. I'm putting this one down to 3 for you because I told you 5 each. So that I don't want to be a liar. There you go. So this one has a little bit more, but the buffing pad I send you, if you rub it, not on the rough side, but on the soft side, it should rub most of that out. I actually got quite a bit of it out today. I was watching lives and petting jewelry all morning. Table watches. Samantha, my bestie, is stalking me. She sent me a text. It popped up at the top of my screen. Oh, and to change the battery, it's pretty easy. You just pop this back off. And I got like, no, I do not have any other clocks that I know of that are right now. And you adjust the time at the bottom. Hey, Jake, sup, girl? Also want to show you guys this thing. I don't have them listed yet, but I will tell you I'm going to sell them for $5 each, and I can just run them. If you know a skier or a family of skiers, I have probably, I don't know where the other box is, but back in 2015, I purchased, and I don't know if they'll all have a jump ring like that, because I was kind of not paying a lot of attention to what was happening when I was packing them up to leave Anchorage. I did remember seeing a bunch of these little papers and thinking to myself, what are those papers to? Until I realized that they were actually warranties. Now this warranty is no longer valid because the House of Bovani jewelry is no longer. But these were like replaced forever. These were like they would replace them forever, whenever. Look at that. They would engrave at 10 cents a letter. That's how old this is. I don't even think you can get $1 a letter anymore. So anyway, if you know skiers that you don't know what to get them, I have these fabulous I realized I got to go. I realized I got to go to the gym. So here we go. House of Bhavani. What does it say? 868? 687? Hold on. That is probably not the year they were made, although it could be. That is 66. That is probably like the number. We'll look at another one, see. I was thinking it might be like the number of lot. But you can see it's House of Bhavani. $5 each. They are really great little charms. I believe they're gold plated. I don't really remember because they've been in a box since 2016, literally. So they're already almost 10 years old. No, just from sitting in my box. Okay, so I have a bunch of those. I'll be listing them. If you know a skier, you know somebody that's looking for some kind of special skier jewelry. The reason I have so many of them is because I lived in Alaska, in Anchorage, when I bought them. And of course, that's like a big deal up there. And so, okay, somebody wanted to look at brooches. So I have this one. I do not know the maker. I need to dust that stone, although I think it might just be just a tiny bit milky. The baguettes are all good. This one, I think, I don't know if it's in my store or not. But $49. It is. It is, I think it's not stamped, which makes me think it's probably a Kramer. And the reason that is because the way the back construction. Jomaz did a different way on back constructions. It's also probably, I want to say mid-50s, maybe 60s. So Kramer, I did a lot of reading on Kramer because I was really confused because I thought Kramer always, there are conflicting reports, but I found a pretty reliable source. It was either like Lang's or collectorsweekly.com or something like that. It does. That's why I'm thinking that it's probably Kramer. Because Eisenberg by now, it's too early for Eisenberg to not have been signing it. And I don't think it's Weiss. Yeah, Kramer. Yeah, or maybe Jomaz, but by this time, by this period that this piece would have been made, Jomaz was signing everything. So, it's not Bogoff and it's not, it just really screams Kramer. So Kramer, a lot of Kramer pieces have been lost because they flipped around. Sometimes they'd sign, sometimes they'd use paper tags. I don't know. That might have depended on whatever jobber they were using at the time, I suppose. But yeah, I'm thinking that's probably Kramer. It needs a little cleaning. It's get kind of dirty. I don't always see the dirt and everything until I bring it into my special camera that shows every skin cell and every piece of dirt under my fingernails. This also I eventually identified as, oh my gosh, what did I identify this as a Kramer? While I was researching some other stuff, I think it was that necklace. I was crazy about that necklace, but it's not a Kramer. Google AI said it wasn't a Kramer, so I believe Google. But me and Jude could not figure out the dangle on it. So, and I'm not going to call it a Weiss because I don't think it's a Weiss. It's probably made by a jobber that also made jewelry for Weiss or Kramer or somebody like that. Do you still have some? Do you still have some? You sold them all, didn't you? You do? You want to trade? I'll trade you stuff. You can be my friend and we'll trade. We'll be trade friends. Do you know how hard those are? Oh, you know how hard. Do you know how hard those are to find? Do you know how hard it is to get? I remember when I first started learning how to restore pieces, and there was this gal, and she had a bunch of stuff from the Weiss factory, and she got down to the last probably 200,000, 300,000, I don't know. And she said, "When they're gone, they're gone." And I was so sad because I couldn't buy any more. Oh, I'll have to send you something, Jake. That's very kind, but the clear and red cross. Okay, there was somebody that was looking at brooches, and then there was, who was it? That other gal from Canada that I don't know her name. Angela. Angela. If I come over to BC and go shopping with, um, and I go shopping with Jude, you'll have to go shopping with us. The Red Cross. Oh, what did I do with it? It's got to be here somewhere because I saw it earlier. I brought it down. Is this it? Nope. That's not it. I brought it downstairs with me earlier. What happened earlier today was I had to run across to almost to Idaho. My grandson was driving and made me car sick. And I was watching lives, but I'd set everything up before I left, thinking, and I don't see that darn necklace. Boy, it's probably got set down upstairs. I could have sworn I brought it up here, down here. Well, I don't see it. And I could put you on intermission and run up, but there's no guarantee I'd find it that way either. It's somewhere between here and my bedroom, which, although Tammy cannot actually talk to you, she will attest to you. That is a very long journey because I have piles of stuff from here to my room. Doggone it. I don't know where I put it. I thought I brought it down here because I listed it, but it's probably sitting in my room. So if you get back to me on Saturday, I'll have it on Saturday. I promise. I won't sell it until Saturday. Who asked for that? Okay, who asked for that Red Cross? I'm sorry, Otsego. I'm sorry, 103. I just don't see it here, and I must have left it upstairs because I sit in my room upstairs. I try to stay out of everybody's way. So I sit in my room upstairs and do listings and fix jewelry a lot. I do have these really beautiful pink. You guys are gonna love this, okay? So I'm like, all this for $5, okay? I actually had set these things aside for my son's girlfriend because she's a real pink fanatic. So if you get with me on Saturday, I'm not going to ship out till Monday anyway. Blue, large rhinestone brooches or green. Well, I have that one green one. Pink pierced. Okay, like it's rose gold, but it's not. It's dinky. They're dinkies. She's a real label person too. And and I found a matching ring that is um huh. But anyway, my son's girlfriend doesn't like jewelry. So she's very picky. I can't size it, so I'm going to pretend size it. So that that finger's about a 7-ish. So between a 7 and 8, it's a little bit. So it's probably a 7.5. It is nothing special. It is just a costume jewelry. Oh, look at the ring that came in my sterling lot. It's the only finger that it would fit. So now I'm married to Jesus. The only The only ones that I have off the top of my head, I have this one, which I know it's D&E. I just, it's not, it's not Juliana. It's probably early 1960s. Those aren't dark stones. They're actually 3 different colors. Um, it has all the structure, all the construction, all the everything a D&E would have. It's not in the catalog. It's pretty hard to find because I couldn't find any comps on it. But you search something like this on eBay and everything rhinestone comes up, and of course everything that sparkles is Juliana. So who knows? So this is about. Oh, did I bring it? Oh, I'll bet that necklace is right there with my sitting. I washed. No, it's not. Look, Gypsy, I cleaned it. Okay, so this is from I started art classes in see, 2000 on my 40th birthday. So I was born in 59. So anyway, I started classes. So this was like my art. I know, I cleaned it, and it had so much grub on it that it pretty much washed everything. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever washed it since art school. But you can still kind of see. I know, I thought it was so funny. Oh, which did you want to run? This one? Okay. I got to talking about I know when I washed it off and I looked at it, I went, "Oh my gosh." Nope, it's not there. Cancel. I think I had it in there for 29 or 39. Let me see if I can find it real fast. I do so much. Let's try blue. Oops. Try the Okay, nope, 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 it's not there. It must be in a different marketplace. So let's just start it at 29. The purple butterfly, okay. So we're going to start this one at 29. I'm just going to call it Blue D&E Wreath because I just know it's a D&E. I've had my hands on enough of them at this point. I still could not believe. Okay, and we're going to take a picture of it. Ta-da! Next. So that you know what you bought. And we're going to start it at $29. And I got to make sure that it's an auction setting, live auction, because the other day I did one. It was here we go. Okay, and ready? There you go. And the purple butterfly. Okay, the purple butterfly is right here. So yeah, there are like 3 different colors on this brooch. There's some darker one. These here are different colors than these. I had to really look at it because I thought, oh no, the stones are all dark, but they're really not. This came in with that bright. Yes, you can. This came in with that bright pink. Yeah, it does. It's not Juliana. It's D&E. I don't think it's Juliana. I couldn't verify it. I couldn't even find one like this. Not even in all the databases I went to. But it definitely has the pin stop. It has the dome structures. It has the heavy solder. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate you. You should be getting a color. Oh, I sent your package out the other day because I wanted to make sure you got it before like Christmas. Because I wasn't going to ship again probably till I might ship tomorrow. Oh, you did? Well, there should be that other one. You bought a couple things on Saturday, didn't you? You couldn't have got that one. I just shipped it on Monday. That was yesterday, I think. And that was just a couple things. I think it was you. Oh my gosh. I've lost my mind. So now we're going to look at the butterfly. This is not Juliana. Well, it might be, okay, because there's that pin back. There's that pin back. Let me find it. I know I've got it listed. The problem is it's not really a problem because I kind of love what I'm doing right now. But the thing is that I sell on different marketplaces in district, a couple of different ones. And I switch oh, there it is. Yay. I started this one at $25. That's what it's going to start at. So this is a really clean piece. It could use a little buffing now. It's been sitting down here, but as far as it goes, the stones are not all janky. Let me see if I can get a good light on it. Could it wink at you? A green butterfly? No. No. I don't buy these in bulk. I buy them. Sometimes I bid on things individually. Sometimes I bid on them. Did you want me to run this? Astia. Oops. Who was that asked me to look at that? Okay. Perfect. I know it looks like a Juliana. That's why I bid on it. But then when it got to me and I looked at the pin back, but on the other hand, I did find a pin back. I will post it on Facebook. I did find a pin back in the Juliana on the page that's on one of the pins that looks just like that. And I was like, no freaking way. Because I was always under the, oh yeah, well, let me think. I don't really think I do. I don't really think I do. Well, I have this one, but it's, well, maybe I do. Oh, I do. I have a flower. but they're all they're pot metals. So I have this one here, and I'm going to let it go for $5 because somebody did a repair job on it, and this is epoxy. Quite honestly, I don't know how to get it off of there. That is not how you fix a pin back on pot metal or anything else, guys. If you're going to do something like that, at least make sure there's no big, it doesn't look like that. Because that's pretty bad repair job. So, of course, you don't see all that until you get it in your pocket. And it comes in and you unwrap it and you go, oh, I love it. And then you flip it over and go, oh, no. So I'm going to let this go at $5 because if not, it's probably going to be a little skirt or a doll. Eventually, I'm going to start putting my art up. I'm going to start actually have time to make it. One more semester. So if you want this one, let me think. I have a pot metal. Let me go grab it real quick. I should put the intermission music on. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I have this one. That's different. That's not really green. Juliana earrings. Let me see what I'm pulling stuff out really fast. Nothing in, oh, I have that one. Not really available that I know of. I know I got some stuff upstairs that I haven't cleaned or checked. And I'm really anal. I know some of you might have seen me trying to make a correction earlier today during one of the, oh, I have this one. It's kind of green. It's for Christmas. Make a correction during the train, and I usually don't do that, but I am very anal. Abby! Abby, my girl! I'm so glad you made it. And as a matter of fact, Abby called dibs on the only true Jelly Belly that I've ever actually touched. She called dibs on it. So I've got to get that taken care of. So I've got to get it together and send her the pics and make her an ad so she can get it now. But this one is green and rhinestones, and it is pot metal. And I don't remember. I know it's in my, I know it's in my store. I think it's in my store for $49, which is a crazy good price. People don't really appreciate pot metal like I do, I think. I've been trying to accept. Oh, speaking of pot metal, Pam and Abby, since you're in here, I know, $800 lot coming. An $800, $799, and it's got a an old Coro trembler. It's got some old pieces. Oh yeah, you just, like, I had to fight for them. I really did. I probably spent too much on them. And finally it was like, well, I'll let this one go because I actually had one of the pieces I was bidding on. It just went up to too high. I was like, nope, you can have that one. I've got one in my drawer. And, but yeah, there's some beautiful pieces in there. Some that you'll go, oh, I can't believe you got that piece. It's kind of like me getting that Boucher. Yeah. Did you know that in that one lot that I unwrapped, that there was a Coro triplet and 2 duets? One Coro, I'm getting ready to clean them up and check them, make sure they're okay. Yeah, I know you remember. 1 triplet and 2 duets. I could not believe that. They're upstairs. Oh, me either. So, Gypsy, you just have to be well the next one that comes in. That's why I said, I can't do an unboxing in an hour. There's just no way. Because when I buy jewelry, that's how much I buy at a time usually. So, anyway, this is green. This one's got a little green stone in it. It's pretty reasonable. I'll sell this to you. It's a 1940s. I might even feel generous tonight. I could do. See, I think I run this for 25. I could do. I could do $15 on it tonight only. Got a nice tight catch on it, that's for sure. It's got one of the older clasps on it, or the older safety catches on it, too, which I'm surprised that it's so good. These were very popular in the 50s, these wiry things. So let's see, I've got that. Now, if you really want something special, are you still here, Jake? Are you ready for this? Yes, it is. A rice wiener. A rice wiener. Water carrier. Original beads. Stones. I had just joined Vintage Jewelry Addicts when I won this. On this one, I will have to check my store real quick. I'm pretty sure it's pretty high, like $2.99. I can probably discount it a little bit, but I'm kind of funny about it because nope, water carrier. Whoops, that's not it. Let me try Chinese. I know I had it in there for a while. Yeah. I have in the ad in my store, I actually have the original patent, picture of the original patent on this one. I can't remember who did it. And it might be in a different market, like as an auction. I think I was auctioning it at $1.99. I know that's crazy. I think I had it up for sale for $2.99. So I will auction it for $1.99 because I said that price. But I know I've got it on eBay for $2.99, I think. Because not only do they get so much more of my money than District does, but I don't care how long I have to sit on something. I just they will never make more of these, and they can't copy them. This is pot metal. Usually these are broken off, or it's missing one of the Venetian glass beads. And this one, I know it is. This one came in perfect. Even the enamel on it is just good. I did nothing to this. I haven't even cleaned it. I'm pretty sure it's gold plated, but I never even checked. Look at those cute little shoes. Little toes. It even has toenails. Look at that. I know it's a really special piece. It is. It's fabulous. I just love it. I've seen them broken I've seen them, but I never, boy, I'll tell you, I was so excited when I won this. You just have no idea. I was like, woohoo! So see, maybe in 10 years when I'm doing a little bit better, I would say I will just put this in my collection, but for now, it is for sale. I think that's all the green. I have this green. I have this little piece. It is not gold. It is was plated. It needs some more cleaning. It is jade, but it is, I want to say it's that darker jade. Oh, do you want me to run? Do you want me to run this? Because I will. For $1.99. If you want me to run it, I will make an ad right now. And I will send you through the messenger on District, I will send you a copy of the pictures that I have of the original patent, which actually shows a little different bead on one side, but all of these beads were different. Okay, so let me take his picture. Small for the camera. Now I'm sad. Okay, so this is, I can't remember who actually did the patent. Rice Wiener was the, I know that name just cracks me up. How could anybody have that last name? Rice Wiener water carrier, Chinese water carrier. That is the name of it. I'm not being all weird and racist. Whoops. Carrier. Brooch. Let me think of the circle on it. I want to say 1941. No, that was the Chanel Novelty Company. I just don't remember. I'm sorry. It's the date is on the patent though. Okay. So I'm gonna make it $1.99 and okay. There you go. And run with it. Oh, don't don't worry about it. Okay, anybody that wants it, there's your price. Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry. Actually, $1.99 is a really good price. They usually sell for between $2.99 and $400 or $500. So I get it, though. I get it. I just got a really special, famous piece. Yeah, is it from the 30s? Was it? I know. So there are just some things I just have to, like if I had yeah, there are just some things that I just want to make sure that they are preserved and whoever gets them appreciates them. Here we go. Time's up. I'm sorry. No, don't be sorry about that. I'm sorry that I'm such a doof tonight. I have been literally watching live shows since I woke up this morning. Oh, I got something. I don't know if you guys have men that wear ties or if they're like about this stuff, but this actually is in my show or in my store. Um, it's a tiger eye tie tack, and it's pretty big. It's like 3/4 of an inch by a half inch, and it's a scarab. So, um, I got that. I think that would make a great stocking stuffer. It's $5, unless you know, don't wear ties. And it really doesn't even have to be a man tie. There I am again. So this one right here is $39. I want to make sure I clarified that because somebody asked me about it, and there were a bunch of pop-ups about it being Juliana. I don't think it has the right. Let's pull it down. I don't think it has the right shepherd's hook. The shepherd's hook on Juliana pieces were much different. This is kind of generic shepherd's hook. I don't think it's a Weiss either, because Weiss, not always, okay. Apparently not everything is a rule, because when I found a pin back on Juliana stuff that was like that, I freaked out. I totally lost it now. I might not ever be okay. So you see this shepherd's hook? That is not a Juliana shepherd's hook. They were a little more flat, and they did not look like that. And usually Weiss had like a little thing here on it, like a little jewel. Not always, but usually. But this is so pretty. And I thought, it might be somebody. So I thought $39 is probably a good price on it. It's not only is it pronged, but dogtooth pronged, but those are not crystal. They are actually a lavender, like a what do they call it? Light amethyst aurora borealis. So it's a really special piece. And the plating is good. It's clean. It's beautiful. It is possible that somebody changed that hook. I didn't even think about that. A lot of times, especially since it's not really the same color as this. I know that might sound weird and nitpicky, but since this hook is not the same color gold as this is, they are, aren't they? Oh my gosh, I think they're fabulous. These are rhinestones, not acrylics. They all look really good. They're not even all chipped and janky, right? But I just, if this has been replaced, it could be a Juliana. Because those are the things that you should train your eyes to see if you're new or reselling jewelry and you don't know that. So this could be a replacement hook since it's not the same color as the other gold. So good and bad. That could be a good or a bad thing. I say janky all the time. People tease me. Now this, if I didn't know better, and I didn't know that this came from the 80s, I would swear this is a late model. And it could be, actually, except it's not. There's no name on it. And I believe that the guy that was running Haskell's company always made sure that Haskell's name was on the jewelry. She got very depressed after World War II, and she kind of just didn't do anything more with the company or with her stuff. And I think his name was Frank Hess. He basically did everything after that. And this is definitely a good copycat of Juliana. Or not Juliana, Miriam Haskell. I don't know a lot about Haskell, except that she hired people to come over. Or she hired immigrants, Jewish immigrants specifically, to sit there and do all that beading on her jewelry. It's because we're not East Coast, Jake. That's why. But I believe this was made in the 80s, just because I remember 80s jewelry. I don't know what I put this in for. I think $7 or $8. I don't think I put it in for a full 10, but geez, this is 80s and this is 2024. This baby is probably almost 50 years old. Look how beautiful it is. And people don't realize that stuff. Let me think. So I showed you, now I don't have a time limit, so we will sit as long as you guys are talking to me and looking at me, and I'll sit here and show you my jewelry. Because I have like about, well, I've been kind of cleaning it up and organizing it, but I would say I still probably have 50, 60 pounds just within reach of my chair. You've been warned. This could go on all night long. I know. Oh, that's funny. I can't believe you'd say that on camera. I thought I was the only person that said stuff like that on a live show. So this I did finally identify it. I had somebody on eBay tell me, that's a Kramer. And I'm like, she goes, I can tell by the back construction. Remember I was talking about this other one? You see the similarities of the construction in the back of both of these? Okay, so I eventually was looking around for something else about Kramer and reading up on it. And I found one, only it didn't have the red stones. It was on I think it was on Shrinery, but I'm not sure. Or because Shriner actually made a lot of Kramers. Somebody said they weren't jobbers, but I'm telling you, they were jobbing for people like Kramer and Weiss, okay? And I think Shriner started out a jobber for other people. Isn't that fabulous? It's just such a beautiful brooch. So this lady was insisting, and she was talking to me through eBay. I'm like, look, unless I can identify something like that, I am not going to try to sell this as a Kramer, an unsigned Kramer on eBay, because sure enough, I would have somebody would give me trouble. So look at that. It's double. It's just so pretty. I think I had this up for, let me see if I've got it. I want to say 79, but it might have been 59 here and 79. I get confused. Okay. Kramer, let me see. Let me try the word red. That's easier for me to spell. I don't see it. So I think I've got it. I think I could do it at 59 in here. I believe I've got it at 79 in eBay. And that's how much I pay eBay to be there. So that's how much more. Kramer. So, oh, there it is. I have it in my store for 89. But that's in my store. That's not an auction. So I might not have brought the price down on District yet. I haven't really, I think I've only had this about 8 months. And I'll tell you, the market's really soft. And like I said, I'd rather sit on something than 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 make the market even softer by selling it for a lot less. That's a weird thing. I may starve to death, but it's better for the market. I did just get, let's see, what else do I have? Anybody like Murano? I have this Murano. Murano. So I have this Murano that I put on. It's even says Murano. See, does anybody here not know the history of Murano glass? So Venetia, Murano is actually an island in Venice or in Italy. And so all the glassmaking was going on. There was a bunch of glassmaking going on in Venice. And they made everybody move out to the island of Murano because glass uses a lot of fire. And you know, before there were fire trucks, putting out a fire is pretty hard. So they made them all go out to the same island and make all their jewelry. I love this clasp, and I put this actually on this clasp. I think it's because I put it on there because it's Italy. Yeah, it was Italian. Really. So does that say Italy on it? I think so. Let me now this is the kind of, like, I used to love lobster clasps until they started making them all janky and falling apart. These are the kind of lobster clasps that I love, because these suckers are easy to work. They don't come off. I don't think this is $9.25, but I do think it says Italy. Oh, there's a, what's that say? Oh, it is sterling. And it is Italian. So this is vermeil. I learned how to say that word right. So this is vermeil. And it's pretty heavy. It's not a skinny little chain. I think that's why I have it so high. But tell them, Bob, what else do they get? Well, along with this lovely piece, you can trade back and forth. So you'll get both pieces, both pendants, both pieces of glass. They're both Murano, Venetian, foil, art glass, art foil glass. With a sterling silver gold plated, that's what vermeil means. Vermeil. And I don't know how much it weighs, but I'm going to guess. I bet it weighs 4 to 5 grams of silver, which could be very, I don't know, the way gold and silver. I wouldn't be careful to invest a lot into gold and silver, because even though it's climbing right now, last time Trump came in office, it crashed. So anyway, I have that, and it is, how much do I have it for? If you guys are getting bored or falling asleep, I realize that I have it for only $29. So the chain is worth that. Just so you know. And I will be back. Well, Friday I'm doing I can say that on this one. Okay, so on Friday I can't say this, but because Knickknacks is very particular about talking about other marketplaces. I'm not plugging Knickknacks, I'm plugging me. I'm doing a Friday night I'm going to start doing Friday Night Fire. Probably doing discounts on what I've got left over. On knickknacks. So if you just follow me, you'll get an alert every time I do a sale, no matter what marketplace I'm in. And that way you can find me. I don't always have the same stuff, but a lot of times what I do is I will flip. I'll just keep making the listings, and then instead of turning them into buy it nows, I just flip them into the next marketplace when I do a show there. I'm kind of having a lot of fun, and I kind of like to experience different marketplaces and people, and I'm meeting different people. It's kind of fun. I met a gal that just lives over in Montana. She's the best. And through another marketplace, we're going to do some vintaging. So these are my last 2 Kirk Follies. I just want you to know. When they're gone, they're gone. You can still find these for pretty reasonable. I'm on the lower end with these. They're 25. I saw some comps for 20, but most of them were 30 to $40 still in the cards. This is not cheap, janky copycats from, that other country. That's kind of west of me, actually. It's east. Some people say it's to the east. Frankly, it's kind of to the west. If you face that way, I guess. So I've sold the other ones. I have started out with 5. They're very pretty. I did discount I did bring these down $5 for now. And I do still have all my tree jewelry. Well, not all of it. I actually sold some Monday night. Abby, I will get with you. I will have your fish up. I have to do a bunch of pictures on Thursday and listings, so I'll probably do it Thursday night. We are having Thanksgiving breakfast. My son has to go to work at 1:00, and he has to work a 12-hour shift. So I am making Thanksgiving dinner. I'm getting up about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to make Thanksgiving dinner so he can eat before he leaves with our family, because I think it's important. We are a 4-gen family, and we sometimes don't always like each other. Tammy, if you're still with me, if my bestie's out there and she's still with me, she is laughing her ass off, because that is an understatement. She actually comes and does caretaking and helps my mom, because my mom can't see anymore. So she helps my mom pay the bills and do stuff like that, because I can't do it with my mom. My mom just, anyway. So I have these Targonet Goldettes. Now I know for sure this one's Goldette because it's got that Goldette thing and not a gold. Ah, Tammy is still with us, you guys. I just want you to know she just texted me. So I have this one and this one. This one's Goldette. This one is Goldette. That's what they're saying, and I could not find any other companies that did these. These are, I forgot to bring it down. I got a Victorian slider. It's in my store. It's only $100. 1860 gold, rolled gold. It tested 14 karat gold, but it's not karat gold. Okay, so that's the outside of it, but I know it's not karat gold. I just know it's not. So, yeah, 1860. I was so, when I figured it out, I was so excited. Oh my gosh. because I get excited because I think about the journey. I sit there and think about the journey of the jewelry that I'm holding. Okay, I know that's weird. So anyway, I had these goldettes, and these are slider bracelets. They are actually, the idea came from the mid 1800s Victorian. These are actually called Victorian Revival Goldette when Goldette did them. I've got a couple more of them that I need to clean up and that are actually the Goldette pieces. Oh, and I just want a double Goldette in the same auction that I won the Juliana that's like crazy rare. I can't wait. I can show you guys those. So, anyways, these are only $20. Yo, you will probably not ever see them for that price again. Well, maybe less. I don't know. They just I sold goldettes when I first started selling jewelry. I used to sell goldettes for $10. So somebody was asking me about goldettes or the bracelet or something about it, and I said, yeah, it's goldette. It's nice. They're nice. They're underappreciated. They only go for about $10-15, right? Thinking that jewelry prices really haven't changed in 20 years because the market's so soft right now. And then I ran a couple comps with her. They're like $45-50 more sometimes on cheap day. You have one of these or you have the Goldette double. Oh, I got so excited when I got that Goldette double when I won it. I was like, please nobody know what it is. That's how I bid. Oh, these, yeah, they're very cool. And they're not I don't want to say they're not really rare, but they're not easy to find either. Not like this. Like you see me sitting here playing with these. Like if they weren't well made, they would have fallen apart in my hand. So, I did pop a stone out of that one though. Whoopsie. Well, you go back to the workshop. And I don't know. I haven't decided what to do with all my Christmas stuff. I may just make one big lot and sell it on eBay right after Black Friday. I don't know yet. I've had all this stuff sitting in boxes for about a year, and so when I decided I may never do another in-person show again, except maybe the big vintage jewelry fair out in in Coeur d'Alene, because I love doing lives. Let's see, you guys have seen. Oh, I got this out of that box too. I don't know if anybody here's into the sweater clip. I'm telling you, these are pretty cool. Somebody was saying Coro. All it says is patent pending. And patent pending is going to refer to actually the mechanism and not the jewelry. I don't think it's Coro because of the rivets. I honestly think it's got a nice piece of thermoset there, and it's real pretty. If you do, maybe you have a grandma that's in a nursing home, that loves these things. I don't know. Maybe you wear sweaters. They call them. Do you? Well, actually, with the plastic flowers, but that just doesn't. I don't think those are the coral buds. I have actually some. I have a huge coral lot, and it actually has some with the rivets. They're blue, but the flowers don't look like that. And usually coral. I don't know. Juliana did right. I'm so upset about that pin back. I will never say. Usually they don't. Usually they didn't. Oh, they never did. Oh my gosh. Because everything I've ever read about Juliana, they never did. But I promise you I found one. I even took a picture of it. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can. Maybe I can. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Do you? Let me see if I can find it. If I still have it in my library. I know I literally wrote the number down. I was so upset about it. Because I said, oh no. Let's see. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, this came off and I have the number for it upstairs. I'm just going to put it up there, add, and then I'm going to go next. And I'm going to put this down to like 10 seconds so you guys can all see. Oh, bad. Let's see, pin back. Don't anybody bid on this because I don't have it. $1. Publish. Okay. Oh, you can't see the picture, can you? Oh, darn it. Never mind. I was going to show you the picture through that ad. Well, maybe you can if you can go on my store and see what expired. But it shows that pin back, and I will post it on Facebook. It totally freaked me out. I love them, but I don't wear. Well, I do have a few sweaters, but they're the long duster kind. Hello, Daylin. I saw you sneak in. $5. $5, $5. Okay, I'll run it. Now you don't have to pay shipping on your, what was I going to call it? Oh, yeah. Oops, we got it. Okay, sweater clip. Thermoset. Let's see, yellow. I'm just going to make TS for thermoset. Flower. Sweater clip. Come on. I have fumble fingers. All the Red Bull in the world has not helped me. You can't ask. My bestie's listening. She knows how I am with my Red Bull. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, Abby. It only ran 10 seconds. Ready, set, go, Abby, go. You win. Whoops. There's even a picture. It should show up in your sales of this. Do you want to take one? But it should show up. I'll put this in the Abby bag. I have a Pam bag and an Abby bag and the gal that got the clocks. I don't know if she's still here. I'll message her. She's not. I think she wanted something else too. Maybe it was that cross. I have the prettiest cross somewhere. I'm pretty sure I left it sitting on my bed or on the table or by the microwave. Thank you, Abby. I really appreciate that you guys come see me. Did you know that you and Pam, I gotta tell you this, they have leaderboards. And you and Pam are the highest ranking buyers in not one, but two marketplaces. Like Pam was number one in Quirky. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, go Pam, go. And you're right behind her, Abs. I don't know if that bothers you. Reminds me NCIS. abs. I loved Abby. Here's another one of those really cool. I stuck this pendant on this necklace because this pendant is really pretty. Oh, Abby, I'm sticking this in your bag because I it's an impulse thing that I'm just doing right now. I've been thinking about it for a week because it's a nutcracker and I know they're sentimental. And it's a Hallmark. It's a Hallmark keepsake, 1998. The low nutcracker, but it's really tiny and it's still in the, I think it's still in the plastic, like it's never been out of the plastic. Like sealed in there or something. Yeah, it's like sealed in there or something. See how it is? So you can just stand it there or you can put it. There's certain things I don't forget. When I'm singing the Nutcracker song, dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's kind of hard things to forget. That's like Cam Cam and alligators and Brighton. So it's very important. I don't have that kind of thing with my mom, really. That's why I have to have my best friend be her IP because I can trust, or not IP, care helper to read for her and help her sign her checks because I trust my twin, but I don't trust anybody else, and I can't work with her like that. So I kind of envy having relationships like that with mothers, and I think they're very important and very special. Okay, you guys. Um, let's see. Oh, I have these really pretty. Yeah, I haven't even talked about them. They've just been sitting down there, minding their own business for about 3 weeks. I gotta tell you, they've been down there for about 3 weeks, and nobody's even asked about them. They are kind of dirty. They are not signed, and but you know what? They could be because of they are. So, Gypsy, while I was watching your show, I'm like being all car sick because my grandson was driving. And now that he has his own car and drives his freeway driving, I think his foot thinks 75 is the speed limit. We keep telling him. So these are literally 2 inches long, and they're like an ear creeper. Like if they were any longer, that's what they would be called. But they clip from the bottom, so they're going to go up your ear like that, like that. So $10, I think, for now. They are just, I think they're just generic, beautiful Aurora Borealis red. They came with that necklace, but it was clearly not a set. They also came in, these are also earrings that actually came in with the red necklace came in. I've got a Kramer listed. I sold something. Oh, that Barclays, that big Barclays Peru that, well, I didn't have the full Peru. It was a demi. I had 2 earrings, a bracelet, and a necklace. And I've seen brooches that go with it. So it was just a demi. So that came in, the Barclays came in, this came in with it, the earrings, and I got a Kramer, green Kramer. That one I did verify. AB, green Peridot AB, that's in my store. And I want to say that pink milk glass that I've got listed in my store now. that makes you want to swoon. I do not know how my friend is watching us because she can't talk, or maybe she just doesn't, or maybe she just clicks on it and watches without registering. Because it's possible you just can't buy anything. And I told her don't buy anything because she's like my twin. So this little pink thing, $5, $5 for a pink thing. I brought the Pell Cat back out. And I'm pretty darn sure. Okay, so I know that this is a Pell Cat, and I think that they either didn't get it on there. Are you walking? I wish I could. Maybe I need to learn how to do lives like while walking on my elliptical. Actually, I don't have an elliptical, but I am. I am going to start going to the gym after the first of the year. It's not a New Year's resolution. I had to wait so long after I had that hernia surgery, which you guys remember that hernia surgery when I couldn't even the listings I made after it. Oh my. So anyway, this is a Pell Cat. It's a very famous Pell Cat. You can Google it and it comes up. That's a Pell Cat. No doubt about that Pell Cat. Usually though, there's a thing right here. And I don't know if it came off or they didn't get it on there. I mean, I can see somebody sitting there putting stones in, being tired, and not, or soldering on the pin back and forgetting to solder on the name. I can see that actually happening. It does look like that, however, it might have come off. Do you see how that looks right there? And there's a little peeling on there. So it might have actually not gotten soldered on there well. Or they forgot to stick it on after they dropped the solder on it. I don't know. This has some wear in the back there, though. But it's clearly Pell. So I have decided that this is probably a Pell Cat, too. If you have somebody or know somebody that has a yellow cat, that loves their yellow cat, you need to get them this pin. These are really not that easy to come by in this good a condition. There's always stones that are falling out. Now, I did not put stones in this one. This is how these guys came. I just got this one not too long ago, though. Now, I wouldn't say the stone setter was the best. You see, that one's a little... Of course, now, you got to remember that I'm like way up in this guy's hizzy right now. Because look at those adorable eyelashes. Okay. My cats do not have eyelashes, so... Tupac has decided he likes the boys' apartment better than upstairs because it's quieter, doesn't have that yappy dog, Tammy. He does not like Pepper. My mom has a dog that's part Shih Tzu and part Poodle. And we got her knowing what she was and that she had, she came from a pit bull trainer who was hoping that maybe she would be a good, I think, smell the diabetes dog. But she didn't have that in her. She was too manic. It was too much chaos around her. And so he turned her into a little manic little crazy dog that has the most shrill bark you've ever heard. And my mom named her Pepper, but she's part Shih Tzu and Poodle, so she's a shitty poo. And I'm not cussing when I say that. Anyway, my next live is at 6 p.m. follow me, especially those that bought stuff. And I'm probably, I know, well, she is, okay. I converse frequently with somebody in Spain who used to play the global game with me, and she has Shih Tzus that were full blooded Shih Tzus, and she calls them shit bags. You know, but she spells it right, Schiht. But Pepper is a stupid dog, and Pepper did something and got an eye infected, and my mom is blind, and I don't pay attention to Pepper because she has a shrill bark and it drives me crazy. So I didn't notice that her little eye was bulging out for 3 days. And now we call her Pepper the Pirate because she lost an eye. Okay, enough of the pale cats. I'm a cat person. A rookie? What's a rookie? Was it a cat or a dog? Or kid? Was it a real kid? I'll tell you, the nicest cat I've ever had lives with me, and she didn't even just get a name. We call her Girl Cat. Yorkie. Oh, I've heard those are really great dogs, and they don't have those horrible barks like Shih Tzus and what are those other ones I cannot stand? Well, I'm really not a fan of Chihuahuas. Okay, I gotta tell you, I think Chihuahuas are manic, and I have met a few that I like. And if you love Chihuahuas, I'm sorry. Corgi and mini dachshund. Corgis are good. Um, what are those other dogs? Pomeranians. And I think dachshunds, I hear, are very smart. I've never owned a dachshund. And mini dachshunds are just adorable, actually. Yorkies are cute. My mom had I can't remember. Uh, Kerrigan Terrier? Karen Terrier. That's what it was. That was a pretty good dog. I like that dog. I don't, but Pepper, oh my gosh. I literally, I literally called every vet on this side, literally on this side of the mountains. Those of you that don't know, I live in Eastern Washington. So we divide our state. There's other Washington, and then there's us. And I literally called everybody, and in Idaho, as far down as Moscow, and um, as far up as like, well, I would have to say within a couple 100 miles to get that dog's vocal cords cut. That's how bad it was. Oh no, we don't do that. I'm like, how hard could it be? You reach some scissors down there and you snip those things so they can't bite. Just snip one. You don't have to cut them all, just one. They wouldn't. This is a very cool piece, and I've not really done a lot with it. It's really just been kind of sitting there. I keep thinking, I really should list this or talk about it. It's gold filled, 120, 12K. But look, at first, well, I'll tell you, when I bid on it, I thought that they were volcano stones, but they're not. They're like these little cups that look like volcanoes with really nice faux pearls. So I'm thinking this is probably late 40s, Muffin tins. Yeah, I thought that Shriner did those things where they call them cupcake tins, and they were like looked like a cupcake, and they were the only guy people that did them. You know. But this is cool. I'm thinking this is probably very early 50s, maybe late 40s, just because it's so much metal and no rhinestones, and the style, and this 12 karat gold filled stuff was really popular in the 50s. That's when who's that K guy? Kremitz was big. Um, the into this right into the lower 60s. That guy that made all the scare bracelets, I just sold a couple. Um, that's all gold filled. I'm starting to fall apart here, Gyps. I'm pretty tired. I need more Red Bull. More Red Bull. Oh, and those of you who haven't seen, I do have SpongeBob SquarePants. Oops. SpongeBob SquarePants Y2K Christmas tree jewelry. Still only $4.99. Okay, $5. Still only $4.99, and this guy was from 2000. I want to say 2000. 2004. Still 20 years later, only $5. I only have one left upstairs. Hey Pam, welcome back. This is really only my third Red Bull all day long. Not really. Okay. So let's take a look at Red Bull. Where's the caffeine in it? Do you know how much caffeine's in a cup of coffee? A regular cup of coffee has 80 grams or 80 milligrams of caffeine. I drink 3 to 4 of these a day. So I'm drinking the equivalent of a pot of coffee all day long, though. Well, yeah, but I need more vitamin 12. See, they told me I had more vitamin B12 in my system than I needed last time they did my blood work. I said, that's the Red Bull. This is really the vitamin B6 and the vitamin B12 and the niacin. That's why Red Bull was the only thing that they would let you buy with government money for a long time. It really had. And I don't drink the sugar kind, but the doctor doesn't really told me I should only be drinking 2 because the caffeine could give me an ulcer, and since I don't really have a stomach, you know. She said if you mess your stomach up now, you will regret it. So, well, the stomach that I do have doesn't have anything to do with. It's clear on the other side of my where it used to be, underneath my liver. That's where they parked it. I did. Look. Okay, when I had to go through that surgery, they told me I'd never drink Red Bull again. 2 weeks prior, I couldn't have anything but water and bouillon, and I couldn't even have coffee. Water, bouillon, and protein shakes. I might have cheated a couple times and had a couple crackers, but that's all I ate for 2 months. They told me I'd never be able to drink Red Bull again because of the carbonation. I learned how to burp myself. I have tried to drink coffee. In fact, I did have a cup of coffee the other day because I was out of Red Bull, and having a stomach ache is so much better than having a headache from not having any caffeine. Well, no, they make you do that. They make you shrink your liver. So you have to lose 12% of your body weight and keep it off until they do your surgery, which for me was going to be almost 2 years until they found out my stomach was actually in my chest. They knew I had a large hiatal hernia. That's why they were going to do the surgery. They just didn't know that my stomach had already gone through my diaphragm. And it wasn't because I was fat or had emphysema that I couldn't breathe. It's because I had a giant hole in my diaphragm. So, that being said, my stomach was parting with my heart and lungs. So but you have to go through this program. Well, I would have went through it super fast if they'd actually known where my stomach was in the beginning. But they didn't know until after, when they do the final test. Yeah, I had a stupid doctor, and he just told me I was fat and had emphysema, and none of that is true. No, I'm not fat anymore. I was fat, but my oxygen was down to 88 at night when I slept, and they couldn't figure out why. I had a giant hole in my diaphragm. Anyway, I got these 3 guys here. I just was kind of playing with them. Yeah. So anyway, my surgeon kind of freaked out when he found out where my stomach was. Oh, they called me. They said, "We can do your surgery in 2 weeks." I said, "No, my granddaughter's graduating. It'll have to be, can you do it the next week?" "We don't want to wait that long." So when I was reading the paperwork, I found out I was on emergent, and if I ended up emergent call. So if I ended up in the emergency room with a heart attack because I ate too much, I know, right? Um, that that they would. Aren't these pretty? These are all. I think these are all sterling. I know 2 of them are. Um, that they would call him in the middle of the night to come fix me because I guess I was pretty close to. I guess if your stomach's up there hanging out with your lungs and your heart, you can give yourself a heart attack if you eat too much of your Big Mac. Oh, yep, this one's 9.25, so this one's for May. I know 2 of them are. I purposely bought them on purpose. 25 bucks, guys. This is a beautiful Christmas present. CZs and semi-precious stones. Gold-plated, 9.25 sterling. Anyway, but you have to go through this process, and 2 weeks before your surgery, which is why they said, "We can do your surgery in 2 weeks." You have to shrink your liver, which means you can't eat anything. No food. No food. Like broth and protein shakes, and that's all you get. And then afterwards, you can't have protein. Well, first off, you don't get to have anything except chocolate pudding to take your medication with. And you have to drink water for like 7 days, and chocolate pudding. I can't even put chocolate pudding in my house with me. It's so gross. So it's quite a process. And people that go through a gastric bypass to lose weight are brave. And anybody that would gain weight back after that, that's too bad. I don't think you can actually gain weight after a gastric bypass. You can if you get a sleeve, which is what I wanted, but they couldn't give it to me because my stomach was not in the right place and they had to move it. So that's my stomach story. That's why I'm still the incredible shrinking woman. I don't know how small I'll actually be before it's all done. So this is pretty cool. Haven't seen these for a year. I bought them to sell in in-person shows so people could have something nice to buy for their. Some people are just only sterling, only gold. I'm going to have to bring out that tortoise and hare too. I've got a tortoise and a hare, sterling silver. I just got a cat. I'm not sure if it's a cat or a panther. Really nice. I listed it though. It's pretty big. It weighed like 15 grams of silver. I was like, that's crazy. One of these might, oh, this one is. Well, that says China, China S. That is not the same as nine. This I had this before they started doing that. Not everything from China is bad, but not everything is good either. This might be the one that's not 925. They might have, yeah, I don't know though. Kind of looks like it. The settings, this feels like gold to me. So it might be vermeil. I just can't find the stamp. I will though. But because of what's going on with China right now and all the fake stuff they're putting out, nobody wants to buy anything from China that might be silver. That underneath there. I thought you'd heard my stomach story before. It was kind of crazy though. What's that in there? Huh. Well, I'm going to have to say probably not sterling, but gold plated maybe. So is this one? Now this one can't be. Maybe this is the one. Now see, it's stamped Z925, but that does not look like sterling to me. Does that look like sterling to you? This is a faker one. But it's pretty. I could never sell that. I don't know though. I've seen sterling so tarnished it looked like that before. I should clean it up, find out. It was major surgery. I was in the hospital 5 days because as you get older, the paralytic that they give you a paralytic, test it. But if I test it and it's plated, I'll have to wet. I took all my stuff upstairs. I guess I could get it all the way down to it. Anything I think is plated, I usually don't trust the testing on it. So, yeah, I was in the hospital for 5 days because they give you a paralytic, and as you get older, your body doesn't bounce back as quick. And so parts of me were paralyzed that couldn't be paralyzed if I went home. I'll just say it like that. And I had to be able to, oh my. Yeah, that's a long time. But that's pretty long time. 3.5 weeks. Was it because of the paralytic or was it because they were monitoring you? Man, they were making me walk. It hurt so bad. That's a long time. All they did was move my stomach. They had nothing to do with my pumper. You can live without your stomach. Kind of got to have that heart. What's that say? I've never been this close. Oh, wait, I have because maybe I haven't. Let's see what it says. Oh, I have because this is that one that's from Rhode Island something. Let's see. P. This is the art. This is a Art Nouveau. This is an Art Nouveau piece. That's how that stamp there leads to something that the company was like back in 1910. It seems to me. I think I've ad, and it is 120. Oops, it's upside down. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I wouldn't want one of those in my chest. A pericardial window. They were watching your heart? Or was that in your heart? Is that like something that happens to your heart? I have no idea what that is. I do know what a tube is. Okay, so you see that signature there? That signature right there. Oh, it's sterling. So it's Vermeil and sterling. So, but that signature there leads back to a company back in 1910, I think, or 11. That's how I dated it. So this is such pretty good. Look at the stones. I mean, this piece came in like this. They're prong set. I don't even think, yeah, it's gold filled. Well, how can it be, wait a minute. How can it be sterling and gold filled? I'll just ask you, Pam, because you're that person I can ask and you will know, actually. So it says sterling. Where's the, so it says gold filled. Whoops, it's upside down again. It says gold filled, and then in theory it's possible. So see how it says sterling on the bottom? Okay, I see. No, it says it even better. 120 12K on sterling. So it's gold filled plating on sterling. So that's P. It's in there. I know it's like, let's see, Art Deco. Art. Oh, I had the cutest little Arthur. There it is. Oh, Providence stock. So it's Art Deco, Providence stock, 12 karat, 120 gold filled sterling. Meow. My cat's calling me. But why? I don't know. They did strange things with jewelry back then. Maybe they're trying to be fancy. I think that company was a glass company or turned into a glass company, but maybe that's why. Providence Stock, Rhode Island. That's probably not the original ring. Oh, no, it is. Look at that. It is. It is. It is. It's not very big. It's a pretty tiny little thing. It fits on my 7.5-inch wrist. Those might be additional links, honestly. Maybe not, because look. I don't know. I'm so confused. Okay. I'm tired. All I'm doing is yakking. I've been on a couple hours. I've been watching live since 8:30 this morning. I woke up and went, I hope Melody was up to start the lives, and I was so worried, and I'm so glad Jamie, because I had no idea how to do that. I had no idea how to share. I still do not have any idea how to share to a page. I better learn. But Jamie and Sam were sharing the pages and helping out, and I was so grateful for Maria and all of them, because it was just my idea. I wasn't supposed to have to do anything else. But pray for Melody, bless her heart. She doesn't want to be sick. I still can't get over this guy. I still want to say it's BSK, because I know the same people that made it made BSK, or that this is the same. This is the same, very same exact mold. Okay, I will be back Friday at 6 o'clock. I'm going to start doing Fridays at 6 in Knickknacks. I'm going to call it my fire show. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that's going to mean, but it can't be Saturday Night Live. It can't be Friday Night Live. I could call it Friday Night Fights. Could have special guest stars on. Thanks, but I'm kind of tired, and I mostly just monitored stuff. I kind of had to leave a couple of them, partly because I had to do things. Like I even tried to listen while I was cooking dinner, but because I have to make sure my mom and her partner have food before I come downstairs. Although the last time I did that, I left Chinese food, and I left like I bought my grandson spicy. I said, "Okay, Mom, don't get into this bowl. The rice is in this bowl." So what did she do? I couldn't find the rice, and boy, that one pot was so spicy. I'm like, oh, Mom. Well, yeah, she can't see, and it's very hard, and it's very frustrating for her. And let's see, I'm not sure what stage we're in. She was in denial for the first 3 years, so I think we're getting to the anger and the grief stages. Hopefully, we'll get into acceptance soon. There would be a lot less fighting. So don't forget, if you are a skier, you know skiers, you love skiers, you just maybe want to be a skier one day. You have skier relatives. I'm going to sell these all for $5. House of Bhavani, $5 each. $5, $5, $5. I had like probably 100 of them. I bought them all when I bought those honey sets, those Nemo honey sets at the same time. But these were easier to transport and get around. See? My little cases of them. All skiers. Because I lived in Alaska and everybody skis except me. I was always afraid I'd break something. And I thought, I cannot afford to have a broken leg when my kids were little. I have to be able to work. I can't afford to have anything broken. So I didn't learn to ski then. And I can't ski now because I do break easy. Okay, I'm going to go. I'll see if you guys want to join me again. If there's something, I'm going to try to have a bunch of different stuff. I'm going to fire sale everything. So if there was stuff you were kind of wanting, I think I'm going to drop everything 50% because that's the no commission day. Good night, Gypsy. Thanks for sticking it out with me. I'm sorry I couldn't answer more of your questions, but beads, I really suck at beads. I know a couple things. I know a little bit about Czech beads. That's about it. I know a little bit about Bohemian and Czechoslovakian glass beads because I read up on it because I had some beautiful beads. Like I know these are old Czechoslovakian beads, not Bohemian, but Czechoslovakian. And they catch on everything. And that this setting that they're on is old. It's a slider clasp. I don't know. I think they're a really good deal for $10. But I'm just not very good at beads. I love them. I wear them all the time. Did you see my pictures? I was pink. It's pink coat wearing weather. And my twin, my bestie, oh, I got to find a coat for Andrea so we can all go out. So my bestie, I got her a green one, and then I got her some furry black boots. So here in another month, we're going to have to go downtown Spokane, maybe the Garland District, and walk around in our furry boots and our furry coats and look all vintage. Except she doesn't wear jewelry. So I may just have to put an elf hat on her or something. She's about half my size tall. Okay, love you. Friday, 6 o'clock, and then Saturday. I don't know if I have a live on Saturday or not. I think I do. I think it's early. I think it's 4:30. And then I got my sixes back in December. Yay. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, hanging out, listening to my weird stories. I loved what I'm doing right now. See you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.